Hello everyone, welcome back to tutorial series video. This is the part 4 of the series. In this tutorial, we will do the baking of the tree. Baking is the process of copying details from the high poly model to low poly model. After baking, we will have the details of high poly tree and low poly tree. Before baking, let's uncheck the in front from viewport display. First, we will create a cage. For that, we will duplicate the low poly model and rename as cage. Select the cage and go to Edit mode. Press A to select all the faces and press Alt-S to scale it along the normals. After that, cover all the uncovered mesh of high poly. Now go back to object mode. Hide the cage and select high poly and low poly model, and right-click and click on Shade Smooth. Go to Render Property and change EV to Cycles, and change Device to GPU if you have a graphic card, or you can do with CPU. Now I will split the viewport display into 3 parts. Change upper display to shader editor and change lower display to image editor. Select the low poly model and give a new material. After that, create a new image with resolution of 1024 pixels, uncheck the alpha and rename it as normal, because we will bake the normal first. Add an image texture and select normal image that we have created, and change color space to non-color. Select the high poly first and select the low poly model, and select the normal image texture. After that, go to Baking section and select Normal from Bake Type, and turn on Select to Active. Check Cage from Select to Active drop-down menu. Select Cage from Cage Object and click on Bake. If your normal appears yellowish green instead of bluish, then it's having some issues with normals of our model. To check normals, Go to drop-down menu from Overlay option and enable Face Orientation. Normals of our low poly model is not correct, so to fix that, go to Edit mode and select all the faces and press Shift+N to recalculate the normal. Now go back to Object mode and rebake the normal. I think we need to recalculate the normals of our cage also. And rebake the normal. If your normal gives different colors, we need to change color space to non-color. Now let's create another image and rename it as Cavity, and from the Bake section, select Diffuse as a bake type. And deselect the direct and indirect. Select the high poly model and give a material to it. and add Color Ramp node. Connect to base color of Principled BSDF. Now go to Render View and hide the low poly model. In Color Ramp, bring the black value to 0.4 and bring the white value to 0.6. After that, add a geometry node and connect pointless with the factor in the Color Ramp node, and you can see the cavity and bumps of the model. Unhide the low poly model. Select high poly and select low poly. After that, select cavity image texture and bake it. Don't forget to save the baked textures. Now let's bake the ambient occlusion. Change bake type to ambient occlusion and create new image, and also add new image texture in shader editor and bake the texture like before. And don't forget to change all the baked textures color space to non-color. With that, this is the end of this tutorial video. Thank you for watching. If you like the video, give it a like and subscribe the channel for future tutorial videos.